Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be learning how to create a home decor website in WordPress. We are going to be using the Elementor Pro page builder and the Worksheet theme. First, we'll kick off by designing the home page. For example, we would have these nice zero sections. We'll have a product section. We'll have a blog section still on our homepage and a nice portfolio and also a very nice footer for the entire website. Next, we are going to have a product section that's going to show the products that we are selling. After that, we'll create the FAQ page that's going to house most of our frequently asked questions for our business. We'll have the About Us section that's going to have some About Us information, a counter, and some of the testimonials of what our customers said about the business. Then we'll have a portfolio section to display all our works that we've been doing as a business. We also have a blog section on our website to display some of the important topics that we discuss on our website for our clients and visitors. Before we get started, all you need is a new WordPress installation and the Elementor Pro version. So let's get started. And so I've created a worksheet that you guys can use, and a worksheet that we're going to use for this tutorial. Okay, now we're going to have to configure the WordPress like general settings, and we're going to have to do some plugin installations and theme customizations if necessary. Then we're going to create some pages and the menus. Probably this should be the actually have been the first step. I think you shall do that first, and then we're going to create some products, and here I have some colors that we're going to be using and some fonts that we're going to be using. Okay, so you guys can download this and apply this to your design projects. Okay, so I have the FAQ like text that you're going to be using, so I've just copied and pasted it in this worksheet. The text for the About Us, the text for the testimonials, some text for the blog posts. So we'll create these and just help us work faster. Okay, so let's move on. So I'm gonna hover back into our dashboard. So I've called this website design project Cresta. It's a home decor website, as you guys saw earlier. So now the first thing that I want to do is to actually create these pages. So you're going to create the home, the portfolio, FAQ, shop, and the about. Okay. Let's do so back to the WordPress dashboard. I'm gonna go over to pages, and I'm gonna hover over to and click on add new. And once I click that, I'm gonna start creating the pages. Okay, so the first page is gonna be the home page. So I'm gonna publish that. I'll click publish, then I'll click add new page. I'm gonna create one for the portfolio. Not sure if that's the right spelling, but I'm gonna click publish. Okay, then we have FAQ and the about. Let's click on add new page. So you have the FAQ, click publish. Then we have the about. All right, so let's click publish. Now our website, as you guys saw earlier, is gonna have a web shop section. So probably I'm not gonna create the shop page right now, because once we install the WooCommerce plugin, it's gonna create the home page, the shop page, the cart pages, the checkout pages, and all those like WooCommerce related pages. Yeah, as you guys will see. So once we go back and click on this WordPress icon to view the pages, It's going to show you that we created about FAQ, the home. Probably this needs to be edited, so you can press quick edit, delete that, and fix it up. Okay, so we have these pages active. So we have these two that come pre-installed with 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 WordPress. So I'm gonna click on both of them, check them. Then under bulk actions, I'm gonna come to move to trash, and I'll click apply, and that will be it. All right. So that's basically about it. The creating the pages. Now we can hover over back to our worksheet and start with step number 1. So the general WordPress settings. One setting I like to check out first is let's go to settings. It's under the general settings. Okay, so the general settings, my website is right now it's called Cresta, but I can call it Cresta Home Decor. Yeah, then our tagline would be, let me see, our tagline would be, let me paste in something that I've copied. Transform your space with Cresta. Yeah, maybe home decor, something like that. Yeah. So this, is our default WordPress URL. My email that I use to log into the WordPress backend. So you can check this for anyone to register and create accounts on your website, and they can once they register, then they can either become shop manager, a customer, a subscriber. So all these user roles are all listed here. And this is important for some people who don't speak English. So you can change the interface to any of these languages that you're familiar with. For example, if you're speaking Italiano, yeah, probably you can change that, the time zone you want to work with, the date formats, and all that stuff. So once you're happy with these settings, then you just click Save Changes. And once that's done, you can walk through the settings of writing. That's what we have under writing. So you have default, categories for the posts. I don't majorly change these. Yeah, I leave them as they are. But one more important setting would be under reading. Now, when you go to our WordPress website, for example, if you come to Home Decor, hover over this section, then open it up in a new tab. It's displaying the Hello World post. And some of you may ask, where's the Hello World post? Let me show you. This is once you go back to the dashboard and you come to this all posts, let's open it up in a new tab. You will see that we have a Hello World post here. And once you click on it, maybe try to open or edit it. So it has this text that you would be seeing right here. Okay. Now, WordPress is a blogging, CMS. So usually if your website is a blog, probably you can leave this checked to your latest post. But since ours is a normal website that's gonna have an e-commerce shop, then probably want to change that. So your homepage will display our homepage. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it here. Then I'm gonna save the changes. Okay. Now, one other setting I would like is to have permalinks changed. One good setting that all WordPress developers use is to use this extension here that is more SEO friendly. So it lists your domain, then right here it puts the title of the page that the visitor is viewing. Yeah, so this is more SEO friendly. So I'm gonna select that, then click save. All right, now another setting that you would like to configure, just maybe, is under users. Yeah. So right now I'm only one user on this. WordPress website, but I can choose to add more, or you can choose to edit your credentials. Yeah, for example, the password. You can change your avatar. You can change the color theme that you want to be using in your WordPress backend dashboard. Okay, so there are lots of color themes, so you can choose to go with all these color themes, but I don't usually mess with these. I like the default blue, that kind of what WordPress comes with by default. Yeah, so I'm just gonna hop out of, let me see, this is a default that I would like. Okay, yeah, now we're done with the settings. That's basically it for the settings. Then let's move on into the plugin installation and installing the theme. So one theme that I would like to use for this tutorial is Blocksy. Yeah, Blocksy is a very good WooCommerce theme. It's one of the best themes for e-commerce. And what you're going to do to install this, you're going to come under appearance. Yeah, hover over themes and click themes. So once the themes are open, the theme page, you're going to click add new. And what we're going to do is to search for a theme called Blocksy. And we're going to search for Blocksy. So we have Blocksy right here. So I'm going to click install. And once done installing, you can click activate. All right. So if you take a look at our site right now, and we see we have some changes of how all these menu icons are looking. We don't have a logo yet, but it will be there. Then also some page titles here. Yeah, for example, if you go to the about us, you have a page title. Yeah, that's a default Blocksy theme setting, but we're gonna be disabling that soon. Okay, so let's first close this for now, and we install WooCommerce Elementor Pro, and we create some blog posts. Okay, now to install a plugin, I'm gonna go back to the dashboard and come under plugins and click add new. After that, we're gonna search for WooCommerce. WooCommerce, yeah. So I'm gonna close this. I don't need that, and I'm gonna install WooCommerce. I'm gonna click activate. All right, so WooCommerce is active. All right, so once you install, it's gonna lead you here, but I'm just gonna go back. I don't want to set this up right now. I wanted to install the WooCommerce PayPal payments. So what this is actually gonna do is gonna help you integrate, give your customers a way to pay for your services. Okay, so I'm gonna click install. So basically it will just help you accept payments, yeah, on your website. Yeah, so that was more easier to explain. Okay, now so far so good. We have those two plugins installed, and we're gonna add some more plugins. Elementor, so search for Elementor, and once it's done, you're gonna click install. and you activate the plugin. Okay. Yes, now that is done. I'm also gonna click back for this. I don't wanna go through all this setup. I try to collect information from you and all that. Yeah. And then we're gonna need one more plugin that's called Elementor Pro. Yeah. So you can search for Elementor Pro right here. So it's gonna say no plugins found. I don't know why it's saying that, but I already have an offline zip of the Elementor Pro. So I'm just going to upload it to my website. If you guys can get that option, then that would be totally fine. But I don't know why mine is misbehaving. But that's all right. Now I'm going to click upload and I upload my plugin. Yeah, the Elementor Pro plugin. So I stored it under Cresta, the Elementor. So I'm going to open this and I click install. So what Elementor Pro is basically going to help us with, there are basically two main functions. Is that it's going to help us create a custom header for our website because we need it to look unique. And we're going to, it's also going to help us create a custom footer for the entire website. Then it's also going to help us create a unique kind of product section. Yeah. So it can help us adjust the colors of the add to cart buttons, the number of elements, it's the number of products in a product archive, and all that stuff. So right now it's uploading and it's gonna install, then we can proceed. So now it's installed and I'm gonna click activate plugin. So I've installed the Elementor Pro right now, and basically we have blocks installed, WooCommerce installed, Elementor installed, and Elementor Pro. So if you look at what WooCommerce has done, if you go under the pages and click all pages, you're gonna find that it has created the cart, it has created the checkout, it has created the shop page. Okay. So now, once that's all done, at this stage, I wanted to create the blog posts quickly because they are not so important, but in our design of the home page, I plan to have a section where they're displayed, kind of. So it's better to have them created right now and never worry about them again. Okay. So let me quickly do that. Then we proceed. Okay. So to create a blog post, all you have to do is come to posts, then click add new. Okay. And this is going to open up. So I'm going to go to the blog posts text that I kind of copied. So I'll zoom out a little. So I'll copy this as our title one. Paste, maybe I'll need to add an image kind of. So I'll upload one. I'll go to Cresta. Let me see the blog image that I would like to use. Maybe let's use this. Now this is just for demonstration purposes. So once that's uploaded, I'm just going to copy this text up to the next. Oh, it's quite long, but here. So I'm going to copy this, and I will. What I will do is that I'll click this plus button, then I'll click paragraph, and I will paste that in. So our blog post is basically done. Yeah, so you guys can go over to this worksheet and copy this in just for demo purposes. But I want to set a future image, so I'm going to go under media files and the media library and the very same image that I've used will be set as a featured image. Then I'll click publish, and that will be it. So I can create another one. So I'll basically do that, and I'm gonna copy this title right here, and I'll paste it in right here, and I also add an image, something like that, and I'll upload, yes, another image. Maybe we can use this. No, this was meant to be for different. Let's remove the image and re-add it again. So I'm gonna upload. I'll select this. So under this blog post, still, I'll create a paragraph, and I'm gonna copy in this text that I already copied here for you guys, to just speed up the process. I'm gonna copy that, and I'll paste that in. What I'll do under the post tab here is to create a featured image. So I'll still use this as a featured image, and that's looking nice. I'll publish that. I'll publish it once again. Then I'm gonna create another post. It's gonna be the last one, I think. So I'm gonna copy that in. You guys already know the process, and I'll add an image. I like to add an image before I add the text. Yeah, okay. But you guys may want to do it differently. So I'll add this. Then I'll copy in all these texts right here. I'll copy that in, and what I will do is I'll place a text right under the image, and I paste it in. Under the post tab, we can add the featured image, right? So let's upload one. Oh, we already had one that we had uploaded. Oh, we hadn't. Let me see what we have here. Okay, I think I'd already used this. I think I'd already used that. So what I'm gonna do is, let's just set a different feature image. So upload another. Let's see what we can use. Maybe we can use this. Oh no. Yeah, let's use that. All right. It's taking its time to upload, but it's now done. Okay. So set as featured image, and I'm gonna click publish and publish. So when we go back here to this WordPress button, and we see the posts we've created, we have 3 of them, and we don't need this, so I can just click trash right here. And if you want to view them, yeah, you can click view and see open new tab. So basically they highlight the author, the date it was created, and the category. So basically, instead of leaving it uncategorized, maybe we can do something like this. So we can do a quick edit and check that, but that still wouldn't help. We needed to create categories for the post itself. Yeah. So instead of doing a quick edit, since we don't have already categories made, what we're gonna do is to come to edit right here, because uncategorized really looks kind of unprofessional in a way. So what I'm gonna do is to come here under the post tab under categories. Yeah, I'm gonna add a new category, and for now we're gonna call the home decor blog posts. Okay, yeah, let's just call it home Decor. I think it's self-explanatory, so I'm gonna click update. All right, now let's hover back to the WordPress logo. So it's showing two categories, but once you do a quick edit, then probably you can uncheck the uncategorize and click update, because I forgot to change it from their side. So still you can do a quick edit. You see now how easy it is, and you can do this for if you have multiple categories, even if you have 2 or 3. Yeah, that will be kind of easy to do. So once we view any of these, for example, if you're to view this, now it has all this. It's looking nice. It's gonna load up the image. That was quite heavy. Yeah, so it's basically basic. Yeah, but i I think it's looking good. Okay, so now that is done. We have created, let me scroll back up. We have created the blog post. Element has installed WooCommerce and Blocksy. The pages are installed, but now we have to create a menu, because right now, if I'm to go to our site, yeah, what we are having is not pleasant. We have all these, and we still have these page titles. So let's deal with that. Let's get started. Under appearance, you can come to menus, and we start creating the menus. Okay, and right now, the first menu you're going to create is, maybe you call it a main menu. Okay, and I'm going to create menu. So yeah, the menu has been created, and right now the pages I want to add to the main menu are these. So I'm going to click view all because some are hidden. I'm going to click, I want the home, I want the about, I want the FAQ page to be on the menu, I want the my account, the portfolio, and the shop. I'm going to click add menu. So you can, once I added to the right hand side, you can probably reorder these into your order of importance of how you'd like it to appear on your page. So I'm going to click save. All right, so now once that's done, our menus are created and you've clicked the save. I think you're good to go. Now taking a look again at our menu, it's still displaying everything the way it was. So one way to overcome this is we're gonna create a custom menu in the Elementor templates theme builder. I'm gonna show you guys just that in a second, but let's go over to our worksheet and see if we've got anything. Yeah, all right, so far so good. Now let's first create our very first header menu. So you guys, I'm sure if you've installed Elementor Pro, this step will just be easy for you. If you haven't, probably you don't have a license or you can't get Elementor Pro itself. What I would suggest, there is a plugin. If you have plugins and add new, I'll open this up in a new tab. And if you look for Elementor, I think it's called header footer something. So this plugin right here can still do what Elementor Pro does with the custom Elementor header and footer kind of sections. If you want to build them and make them custom and unique, this would help. But the only main reason why I'm having Elementor Pro is that it has some unique templates, and also because it can do some changes to the product archives as you would do. So if you don't have Elementor Pro, probably I've seen some YouTube videos. I don't know whether these work, but they seem to be pirated or um, cracked or something like that. So if you look up for Elementor Pro free download, um, the couple of them that I've seen. So basically you can go through these and hold on. Yeah, I've seen some of these. For example, something like this where people offer this for free. But I think a license for to avoid any security issues would be good for you. So you can check that out on the Elementor website and see if the pricing fits within your budget. So I'm just showing you guys this in case you're out there and you want to learn something new and you don't have a budget to spend on the Elementor Pro plugin. So I think by any cost, this would really help you if you can give it a try. Okay, so let's proceed with the tutorial. So I'm going to be creating the menus in Elementor template theme builder. So under Elementor, there's a section called templates. What you're going to do is go to the theme builder. Okay, and right now it's loading up. So it has all these templates, but I'm going to go to the header because I want to create a template for the header that's going to be displayed across all the entire website. So I'm going to click add new. Okay. So it's going to open up these templates. Um, a lot of them. For example, these. Let's see how this looks. So you can have these with all these colors. Not so exciting, but yeah, it can do the job. Okay. But we want to build something from custom. That's why we bought the Elementor Pro version. Okay, so I'm gonna close these out. Apparently it won't go away. I'm just gonna exit this out and close this. This will happen on your first installations. Yeah, so I've eliminated that. So what I'm gonna do first is to create a top bar. So this top bar is gonna be a fluid section, and I want it to have a background color. So to give it a background color, I'm gonna come to style and a background color. I need a green, and this green right here, I had saved it as this. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this color code and I'm gonna come right here and paste it in. Okay, that's looking nice. So what I want to do, in case I want to use this green for the future, I can save it as a global color. So I can come here and I name it as global. Let me see, let's say top bar green. Okay, so you can create that. I think that's nice. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this hamburger menu, whatever this is. It's not a hamburger menu, and I'm gonna drag some text right here. And this text is gonna have, right now it's dark, so I'm gonna go to style and change the text color to white. Yeah, and I'll say free. Let's say if this you're having a sale, or you're offering some free shipping or anything that you want to mention. For example, in our case would be free shipping for orders above, let's say 300. Yeah, so I'm gonna style this. I think the font size is really too big, So I'm gonna keep it to, let's say, 14. And the weight, I'm gonna also reduce it that to around, I think 400 is good enough. And I'm gonna space it out kind of. Then what I'm gonna do is to go back to the content tab, and I'll center that. Okay, so this is how it's looking for the top bar right now, and I think it's looking nice. So what I can do, I would like to save this font also as a global font. Okay, so I like this typography setting, the way everything is looking. So I'm gonna call this, let me see, I like to change actually the font to something like, let me see, Open Sans. Yeah, that's looking better. So I'm gonna save this as Open Sans top bar in case you want to reuse it. Yeah, so they're easily referenced, as you guys will see. So right now what I want to add is our logo. Okay, and for me to do that, I'm going to add a section. Okay, and this section is going to have an image. So I'm going to drag an image right here, and I'm going to click choose image. I'm going to go to upload files, open that, and I will look for our logo. So right now it's right here, it's uploaded. So I'm going to click select. So right now it's too huge, so what I'm going to do, first thing is that I want it centered to the entire page, but I want to reduce its width. Okay, so I think that's looking good. I think right about there is looking good. Okay, yeah, if I'm to, okay, yeah, I think it's looking good. And what I want to do right now is under this, I want to add an intersection in that column. Okay, under that. Okay, so I have two columns. Or let's first add something else. So I'm going to click the plus icon, and I'm going to add the menu. Okay, I'm going to drag the nav menu, and right here is the main menu, the name main menu we created. So it's pulling that up, and right now I'm going to adjust it to, it's not adjusting, but okay, as dragging the wrong yeah, right about there. So I'm gonna make changes to these, the pointers and everything, but I think we can first deal with that. Then we add a search bar here. Then we can add maybe a cart, yeah, because it's important since this is an e-commerce kind of website. Okay, so let's do that right now. So I want this to be centered, I think, to the left. Let's see. Yeah, that's looking good. Then the pointer, this that underlines, I don't really need that. So I'm gonna say none. Okay, it's gone. I was wondering why it's taking ages to go. And what we're gonna do next is to move under the style tab, because I want to effect some styles. Okay, so let's make um, the text color be black. All right. Now we have this font that I'd liked up here, and remember I had saved it as a global font. So to pull up that font, all you have to do is to click on this globe. Yeah, kind of symbolizes the global stuff that you have saved up. So I'm gonna click here, and I'm gonna click that. So it kind of increases the font and all that stuff and the spacing, but we can still at least make it editable. So it's important, but now we need it to be in uppercase. All right, and maybe we may need the the text to be just a little bit bolder. Maybe the spacing is too much, so I'll just reduce that and still make it, I think, 600. 600 is okay. So what I'll do is that I'll adjust this just so I don't want it to overlap the way it was. So I gotta make sure it's looking fine right now, it's starting to come together. And what I want to do now, I realize the spacing was not so good, so I'm probably gonna increase it. Yeah, I'll still drag that out, yeah, just to make sure it's looking nice. So on hover, I want this text to change to something different. So I think I'd saved another color code for hovering right here, and I'm gonna paste it in. It's that yellow. So when someone hovers, it's gonna look like that. Yeah. Then what we're gonna have on this, right, next column, I want a search bar and a search and a cat icon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate these so that there be two of them, but still I'll find a way of squeezing them in there. Yeah, so let's first get a search form. Okay, then we shall place it right here. Okay, then one thing that I can actually do, let's say I was looking on full screen. Okay, not bad. But one thing I'll actually do is that you can actually trigger these into minimal or full screen. Yeah, so just display the search icon or even that. But I think I'll just keep it minimal, and the placeholder can search can be changed, like search maybe products, something like that. But let's affect the style maybe. For example, you can change the background. I don't like to change the background color, but probably maybe the text color can be the yellow we used. So it's not looking the best yellow. Maybe we can darken it a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks nice. And no, I did reduce the column just so everything can fit, and that's looking nice. If you to zoom that in, yeah. And one last thing we're gonna add is the cart. So we can add a menu cart right in this box right here, and it can have the numbers, can have the everything. But I'm feeling that what I should do with this is to make it a full width section. I hope you guys have seen what I've done. So I've clicked on the section, then I've checked this, turned it on. Okay. So right now it's more kind of spaced out and everything, which I think is okay. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I want to edit this. Yeah. So I want the card to be a bug solid. Yeah. Then I'm gonna just remove that bubble. Then also the subtitle should be gone. Okay. So now I have it looking the way I want it to. Okay. So I think this is neat. So what I would want to do with this is probably align it to the right. This nav menu, I think, can align it to the right. Probably I can stretch it out so that it covers the entire search width. I mean the entire width of sorry, the entire width of, but depending on your liking, because I think I'm really overthinking this, but yeah. So probably you can squeeze this in more like that so that the search bars can move over here if we drag them to. But as you can see, yeah. So you can play around, but let's just return it to our the way it was. So I'm gonna keep it that way. Okay. So I think I'm happy with how everything has come together. Uh, Maybe I'll just add some space on top right here. So I'm gonna click on this image. Then on the top, whatever, I'm gonna add a margin, I think of 20. 20 is kind of huge. Let's do 15. Yeah. So 15 is good. Yeah, 15 is good. And I think that's looking nice. Yeah, with the hovers and everything. So what I'm gonna do is gonna click update. And what this is gonna ask me is to add a condition. Yeah. So you want to display an entire site, not only maybe your commerce products, but I'd rather have it on the entire site because you don't want to have different top bars for each and every different like section of your website. Okay. So I'm gonna click save and close. And that's just about it. So I'm gonna come here and exit. I'll just click decide later. So if you had to check out our website, the square star, and see how it's looking. So basically, this is how it's looking so far. Yeah, and I think we're doing a very good job. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna create a footer because this looks too blank and not of my liking. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is let's create a footer the same way we created um our header menu, the same we're gonna create our footer. Okay, so let's go back to templates and come to theme builder. All right, so under theme builder on your left, you're gonna click on footer. I'm gonna click and new. All right, they're taking ages to open, but it is well. So it's the same thing. The footers have their own templates, so you guys can pick any of these and you customize them to your own liking. Yeah, but since it's a tutorial, we're going to be building, I think, our very own that is, simple and kind of straightforward. Yeah, so let's create something. Okay, so we're going to use, let me see, 3 columns. Okay, and for these 3 columns, what we're going to have is So what I'm gonna have is maybe we're gonna have a side logo. I'm gonna use an image, and obviously this is our logo. Nice. And actually what I want to do first is to give this footer a background color. So I had this color selected, and I'm gonna go to, so I've clicked section, and I'm gonna make this full width. Yeah, let me first turn off, maybe you guys will see the difference. So under the style, the background type, under color, if I'm just pasting my color that I want, it's gonna appear like that. No, I copied it wrong now. Let's copy this. It's gonna appear, yeah, as dark as that. And if you do take this away, now you see this space right here. One way to avoid that is to make it a full under layout, a full width section. So right now it spans the entire section. So what I want to do to still to this section, I want some spaces to the top and to the bottom, and some paddings, I think, to the top and to the bottom. So let's first deal with the paddings. Maybe I want one of 50 to the top and 50 to the end. So remember to uncheck these. Yeah. Once you link them, it's going to apply to them left, right, and everywhere, which you may never want, but which is good in some cases. So all that is done. And maybe I just want to include some text for the about us. Okay. So I'm going to include some text. Let's take a text editor, and I'll drop that in here. So first I'm going to deal with the style because the color ain't white. So I'm going to give it a white. Then probably the typography, I'm going to change it to something like Open Sans. Open Sans. All right. Can we tamper the spacing? Let's see. Maybe the spacing can increase. This ours is a luxury brand. Yeah. The spacing can always increase. And the font weight can be 300. Doesn't need to be uppercase. I think that's it. So let's just save this as R text editor global. All right. Let me just make this captured. That'll be good. All right. So for this, let's get some about us text. Maybe you can paste it in there. Okay. I think this will be good. And oh, let's go back to the content tab. So it's better to paste it in from there. Yeah. All right. So that is looking good. So right now, what we're gonna have, maybe let's include maybe another column right here, because I need one for the quick links, one for our store, then one for our location. Let me show what I mean. All right, let's drop a text editor here, and I'm gonna call it quick links. Quick links. Oh, that was wrong. Let's correct that. Quick links, and let's make it centered. Another style, what we're gonna do is to make the color white, and we're gonna make the typography to no, let's do crimson text, and the size is gonna be, I think, 25. Let's add some spacing. I like spacing because it makes things look unique, kind of. Yeah, we're going to spread that out. I think the font weight is heavy, so I'm gonna reduce the weight, something like 600, and I'm gonna save this as crimson, crimson header. So it's a global font. So if I'm gonna change this, I wanted to duplicate this so that I also have something like find our store, find our store, yeah, something like that. Then probably what I want to have here is a gallery. We're gonna add that later on, okay? Okay, so now let's proceed. Now we're gonna add a list, an icon list actually, and our quick links. Then let's first make that word text white. Over to the style tab, then go under text, change that to white. All right. Then the icons, I think they can also be white. Great. Let's move on. So we're gonna edit these. Let's say I don't want that. Now I'm gonna call this the about. So right here I can add an icon, but for this specific case, I wouldn't need that. Then you need a link to that page. So I'm gonna type about, and hopefully it should bring it. Yeah. It's right here. So it's linking to the about us page. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the same thing for the. So I'll call this about us. I think it's more direct. All right. So there is that. Then maybe you can call this my account. And we click this delete button, this bin button, to remove the icon. Then I can type my account. So it automatically shows up. Then what other page can I link? List item 3, I'll delete this. Then maybe you can link the FAQ. Okay. Then right here, I just type FAQ. Hopefully it will show. It is not showing. Yeah. Oh, it's right here. Good. Let me see what other page can we add. Maybe we can add a portfolio. So when you click on new item, and we can say portfolio. So I'm gonna click delete, remove that. Then I must say all right, now our pages are here. I think that's good. So right now that's done, but we need to make changes to the font. So maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this pen icon right here. Then I come under the style tab, under the text section, I'm gonna apply a global font. Yeah. And use maybe this. I think I like this. Yeah. So on hover, I want it to turn to yellow. I don't know if I'd saved our global yellow, but I don't think we had. Okay. But let's just make it yellow. So on hover, it's going to turn to that color. So let's save it. This as our global color. Okay. Global hover. Yellow. All right. Now you're good to go. So we're going to do the same exact thing for find our store. Yeah. Basically it's gonna have some icons, and those icons are going to represent the location, the address, and the phone number. So let's duplicate this. Click on the pen icon, click duplicate. Then what we're going to do is going to just drag it under right here. And this is looking not so parallel and horizontal format, but hopefully what we're going to do, we're going to maybe reduce these. Yeah. Then I think I can say our store, then remove find or something like that. Yeah, just to keep it cleaner. So for this, let me say text. I'm gonna press Windows V. I'm gonna use this as our address, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the icon library and I'm gonna type location, maybe something like that, and I'm gonna remove the links because I want them to be active. So that's done. Then I'm also going to change this to maybe the actual location itself, the block numbers and everything. And what I'm going to do, I think, no. Let me say also location and see what comes up. I don't like this. Let's do pin. Yeah, this will work. Click insert. Then I'm also going to remove this link because I don't want it to link anywhere. Then lastly, I think I'm going to add a telephone number. All right. And the icon library I'm going to use, I'm going to type phone, and that will be good to go. Okay. So what I'm going to do, let me first make this. So I'm going to click close and delete the portfolio part of it. So right now, I think this text is kind of too big. So I'm going to come to style, under the text section, under typography, I'm going to reduce or increase the size to something around 14. So I think I'll do the same thing even for this. So I'll copy this, then I'll only paste its style. Yeah. Let me check out the font size of this. So when I click the pen icon, when I click the pen icon and I go on the style and I go on the typography, let's also make this 14. Okay. Yeah, that's looking cleaner. Then let's add a gallery right here. So I'm going to click the plus icon. Okay. As you click the plus icon to pull up this menu, then I'll search for gallery. So it's actually putting it under, but I had to drag it. So I'm going to use this pen icon and drag it into this column. Okay. So what I'm going to do is to upload some images for our gallery. And let's click add images, go to upload, and click select files. So right now I think I'm just gonna select about 4 of them. Let's select 4 of these. All right, so wait for them to upload, just a minute, and they're done. So I'm gonna add them to the gallery. and I'm waiting for them to display, and I'm gonna make the grid, because right now there are 4. I want to reduce that to something like 2. Yeah, and I'm gonna only have like 4 images, so maybe I'll remove this. Yeah, I think I like that better. Okay, now we have our menu looking nice, but we need to align this to the left and also this to the left to have that unique kind of look. So click on the pencil icon, and let's just align this left, and also let's just align this left. Okay, so I had made an error. Let's do Control Alt Z. Yeah, so click on the pencil icon and align it to the left. So right now it's looking good, I guess. Yeah, so what I would do right now is maybe to reduce the space between these two. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come to and click on this pencil icon, and under the advanced I'm gonna unlink this, then I'll slightly tweak this to where I'm comfortable with it being. So I think there it's good enough. So just copy this and paste its style. Okay, so to apply there, and that would be it. So right now it's looking fine. What we're left to do is to check out how it looks on mobile. Okay, so let's go under responsive and check out the tablet format. So with the tablet format, I think um, what we need to do is to maybe reduce the font size of the quick links. So let's quickly do that. So I'll size that down to something like, I think, 20. Yeah. So I'll copy this and I'll paste the same style right here. And I think that's good enough. So under the mobile tab, so we'll be doing the same thing even for the header options. Yeah, because we didn't create a mobile header. So we're gonna go back and edit that out. So we have this image and we're gonna center it. Let's also center this text. Center the quick links. Hold on. Yep. And also, yeah, center the quick links. Gonna go to style and we're gonna center it. Okay. So I think I'll copy this heading and I'll paste the style to the store. Then I'll copy this element of the list icon. Then I'll paste style here. And right now, I don't think we need the gallery for the mobile. So what I will do, I'll click on the column. Yeah, this column right here, and I go under the advanced, and I will go under the responsive section. And what I'll do is I'll hide on mobile when it goes into portrait mode. Okay, so right now this is how our website is looking um on mobile, the footer menu. All right, yeah. So, and this is how the header menu is looking. So it's not looking too nice, and we have to change that. Yeah, we have to cater for it. So let's quickly go back and click on update, save our final changes. Then what we're going to do is we need to edit the header again and create a mobile menu that looks good on mobile. All right, so let's click edit header. So it's going to basically take us to the template that's responsible for editing the header. All right, So now here's how it's looking on mobile. Here's how our header is looking on the tablet, and here is how it's looking on desktop. So realize that desktop is fine, but the tablet format is not fine, and the mobile format is not fine. So what we are going to do, you need to pay extra attention here. So what we're going to do is you're going to have to create another section or another menu that's going to specifically work for the tablet and the mobile menu, okay, for mobile devices. Now, one thing we'll have to do is you have to hide this entire menu. For our desktop, we're going to have to hide it on mobile, okay? And to create another menu, we basically have to do the same process as we did while creating this. So I'm going to click on the plus icon, yeah, and I'm going to add 3 sections. I think it's better for this to be under here. I think it makes much more sense. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this menu right here for the section, and I go under advanced and under responsive. I want to hide only these to show on desktop. So I'm going to hide it on mobile, and I'm going to hide it also on tablet and mobile. So when you go under our mobile display or view and you click on this icon, you realize that the menu is already hidden. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our mobile menu because that is hidden. So first, now we're gonna have our logo. Yeah, so our logo is right here. So I'm gonna click this duplicate, then I'll drag it in there. Then the next thing I'm gonna have is this card. So I'm gonna duplicate it also, and I'm gonna drag it and place it right here. Then the next thing is this menu that I wanna add. So I'm gonna click duplicate and add it right there. Okay. So now this is how it's looking. Yeah. But also, since it's gonna cater for our tablet and mobile, I need to go under this section, or if you can right click on it and say edit section to pull up this. Then you go under advanced, under responsiveness, you want it to hide on desktop. So it's basically hiding on desktop. Yeah. And if you do this, you won't see it. Yeah. So let's go under the mobile and we see what we have. So here are our 3 items that we need to position. Yeah. Remember the entire column width is 100%. So to position these, we need to play around with the percentages. Okay. So for this, maybe I'll do 60%. Then for the cut, maybe I'll do 15%. Then for the hamburger menu, maybe I'll do 10%. 10%. Let me see. So it's not looking well positioned. So I'm going to click on this column that holds the cut. Maybe I'll do 20. Okay. And let me click on the column that holds. So this is 60. Let's first increase the size of the image and we see. Yep. And this is 20. I think we can make this 15 or even 20. Okay, yeah. And what we're gonna do is click on this section, and the setting area is like to tweak, yeah. And the layout is the column gap. So I usually say there is no gap. That actually gives me some little more space to work with. Because if you to see this right now, the way it's looking, that's how it's looking. Okay, and we need to make this look right. We need to make that look right and that look right. So let's go back and maybe, so we have 60, we have 20, and we have 20. So what we're gonna do is let's make this aligned. So clicking on the column icon, so I'm gonna align it to the middle vertically. Then I'm gonna do the same thing for all these, just so they are positioned right. All right, so let's see how they're looking. I think they're looking nice. So what I'm gonna have to do, I guess, is to increase some space between this free shipping and our menu icon. Okay, so right now I'm just gonna go to this section, and under the advanced tab, I'll just add a margin, or maybe 15. Yeah, that's how 15 looks. I think that looks great. And what I'm gonna do is I am gonna remove the border of this card because I think it's looking congested. So let's click on the pen icon and remove that border. So to remove the border, let's go under the style tab, and under border color, let's just pull the transparency or the opacity to 0, something like this. Then if you hover that away, then I think that looks great. So when you hover, the box still shows up, but let's also eliminate that. So on hover, maybe we want to change it to yellow or something like this, but still the border color should also be transparent, right? And yeah, so right now, maybe what we can do is let's maybe increase the size of the icon. Yeah, great. Then also for this, we are gonna make the icon color. No, actually, let's first begin with making sure that when you click on it, it opens up, doesn't push all this stuff down. And to do that, um, you're gonna have to make some changes to full width. Yeah. So once you click on this menu, it's gonna open up in a full width kind of format. Yeah. And let's change all these colors, to be um, completely black, even for this icon. So the icon color, just want it to be black. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, great. So let's take a look at how everything is looking for now. And I think right now it's looking pretty nice. Yes. So one last thing before I forget is that we used an image here. So probably we need to link it to somewhere. And under link, you can say custom link. And I would say home. Whenever someone clicks on an image, it needs to be linking to the home. So, and the same thing that's going to happen for these. When someone clicks here, they need to be linked to the home page. All right. Never forget that. Never, 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 never. All right. So, our header for the desktop view is looking nice. Then for the mobile menu, it's looking nice. So let's start developing other pages. Okay, yeah, I know this has been lengthy, but now the fun part is starting. All right, so I'm gonna click update and I'll exit out of here. So I'm done with that, and let's start developing our homepage. I think because when we check out the worksheet, the pages have been created and the menus, and we are having plugins installed, and I think we can create some products, then we can start building the pages, because it will be crucial after you develop, the product. After you create the products, then you move ahead displaying them in certain sections of the website. Yeah, because right now we don't have any products. So to create a product, what you have to do is to go under products and click add new. Simple as that. So I'm gonna pull up some lorem ipsum text, and this is gonna work for our product descriptions. Yeah. So what I like to do mostly, so we're gonna create a simple product first. Yeah. So we're gonna go to product image, go to upload, select our files, and go to product images, and I'd categorize them. So maybe I want to start with this product. So I'm gonna upload that. What else? That and that. Okay, and they're gonna be uploaded. So it's done uploading, and I'm gonna select this as my product image. Okay, then I'm gonna select under the product gallery. I'm gonna select this. Let's select this. Let's hold Control. Yeah, to multiple select, and I'm gonna click add to gallery. Then I'm gonna give it a category. Yeah, so maybe it's a bedroom decor. All right, I'll change that. Then we click add new category. Yeah. Then once that is done, we need to give it a title. Let's say 3D horse light. Great. Now for these descriptions, I'm just gonna copy in this lorem ipsum, something like that. I think that will be enough. All right, maybe I can drag this here. So the product description, this is one where it talks about, let's say, your size, something like that. If it's 8 meters, 8 maybe centimeters by 25 centimeters. So maybe you can put stuff like weight. Yeah, the actual details about your product. Maybe it's 35 kilograms. Then you can talk about all that other stuff. Yeah, how to use and everything. Then under here you have the production description. So basically this is where you sell your customers only. Yeah, so as you're gonna see this, let me just copy some short text from this dummy text. Okay, and we paste it in right there. Okay, now that is done. All right, now this is where you need to be extra careful. So you have the product data, so you can create simple product, group product, an affiliate product, and a variable product. Yeah, so basically the simple product is one where I just sell like one product. For example, that would be, in our case, maybe a certain type of chair. They don't have variations, but a table can have sizes. So if a table has sizes, maybe you have one that's 1 meter in length, one that is 2 meters, then it becomes a variable product. Okay. Then you have what they call an external affiliate product. So you can list products, but they can be affiliate products. And once someone clicks on purchase, they are redirected to your website, like um to the website where your products are being affiliated. Yeah. So if you're doing Amazon, you're listing them on your website. Once customers click purchase, then they're redirected to to Amazon. Yeah. All right. Then you have group product, and these work. I think the best example would be the where phones are bought, specifically iPhones, where you're having a certain model having maybe different storage sizes. Yeah. So you can have an iPhone that is red in color, but also 128 GBs. You can have an iPhone that is blue in color, but also with 256 GB, stuff like that. Okay. But for this, I'll show you most likely use just simple products. Then somewhere may include a variable product. Okay. So under the general settings, you're having the regular price. Let's say if this is um $300. Then what you're gonna have is you can also include the sale price. If you wanna put it like 125, then you can schedule for when the sale starts to run and then when the sale is supposed to end. Yeah. Then under the inventory, you have the stock keeping unit. So it's basically a number that helps you track how much stuff do you have left, how much stock do you have left. Yeah. Then you can choose to track the stock. So it's to basically warn you once your product is to go out of stock or if it's actually out of stock. Yeah. And yeah, that would help. Then under shipping, you have shipping details. For example, if this horse 3D light is maybe um maybe let's say if it's 2 kilograms. Yeah. If its length is maybe 40, I think it's 4, then maybe 13, maybe 15, something like that. The dimensions. So then you can create a shipping class, because you might find that in some of your products, um, they are over the same price, but maybe they weigh differently. Yeah. So you need to create shipping classes that cater for that. Yeah. Not shipping zones. We're going to look at shipping zones, but we're also going to look at shipping classes. Okay. Yeah. So you may have a $300 item, for example, let's say a phone. Yeah. That's kind of small and easy to ship, but also you have $300 product. Let's say like a mini fridge that weighs over 10 kgs. Okay. Basically, you can't charge the same price for those two items. One has to cost more, even though they are going to the same location, but the weight and size are different. Okay. Yeah, there's that. So then linked products are both useful. So with the linked product, this allows you to suggest similar products related to this. So right now we don't have any products as our first product, so we can't actually link any products on our first product. Yeah, there's that. Then attributes, you can give them attributes. If this were maybe clothing, you can have stuff like sizes, you can have stuff like color, you can have stuff like um what else? I don't know what you guys products you guys will be selling, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah. Then the advanced tab, you can have purchase notes when a customer orders. You can send them a purchase or I mean quote. Then the menu order, when someone orders, what order do you want this product to appear in? Yeah. So probably the lower the number, then probably the higher on top of the list the product will display. Okay. So there I walked through some of the basic product settings for you guys. And then over to the right, you can see, you can save it as a draft, or you can actually preview it. Yeah. If I open up the product in a new window, so right now it's not loading the images, but they would have been there, and it's only loading up the product descriptions. But let's first get done with, let's first publish it, then we'll preview it very well. Okay. So you're having the product images, you're having product galleries, you're having the categories and the tags. Tags basically work like categories, more like that. So they just help your site and your visitors navigate your website easily. Yeah. So I'm gonna click publish. And now it's done. Okay. And right here we can click on view product. And as you can see, we're having a 3D host slide, $300, and the description is there showing our category, different gallery images right here. You're having the description, you're having the additional information and the reviews. Okay. Now there is that. So we need to make changes to all these, the way they're looking. Yeah. And that ain't so hard. We shall use the Elementor template theme builder to make the changes to this color, because now this doesn't really match with this, or neither this. Okay. So now let's create a bunch of more products. I think I'm gonna create 3 more. Then I'm gonna pause the video, do that. They're gonna be simple products, and we'll proceed from there. So right now I'm done creating these 4 products. And if you go to our shop section, I know the images are kind of heavy. That's why they are taking a little bit more to load. Yeah. All right. So they are done. So you have these 4 products. They have this kind of font that I'm so desperate to change. But let's get started. One thing that I want to eliminate is this header page title. Okay. One way to do that is I'm gonna go to appearance, customize. Now open this in a new tab. Then okay. And once we are here, what we're gonna do, we need to remove this because it's not looking good. I'm gonna go to scroll down to pages, and I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna click publish. So when you refresh that, yeah, it's still showing it, but I think when the changes propagate, it'll just be gone. Yeah, because I've disabled it right here. Let's go back and start working. Okay, I'm gonna close this out and go to our pages, all pages, and let's start working on the home page. All right, so let's click edit. Then we're gonna click edit with element. So element has fully opened. So right now we need to start working, and I'm gonna add first I think I'm gonna add section, and I'm gonna add some text. Okay, It's gonna be, that's what I'm at. It's gonna be transform your space with Krista. All right, and I think that's looking good. I'll just center it. Then for the background, I'm gonna add an image. So under style, go to image, then click choose image, and I want to upload the file. So select files. Let me see which image am I going to use. Let's go back. Still, because I think I saved it somewhere else. Right here. It's going to upload. So right now it's done. So I'm going to click select. Okay. And then under image size, I'm going to stick it to full. Then position, I'm going to use center. Then attachment, these I may not need to change. Apart from here, I'll say no repeat. Then the display size, big cover, yeah, and it's looking nice. So right now, I'm gonna click on this section still, make sure that I'm editing it, then go under advanced. Under the padding section, I think I'm gonna use 50 and 50 on the bottom, or 150 and 150, and let's see how that looks. Actually, let's do 250. Yeah, I think now this looks kind of better. Okay, so what I would do is I need to make some changes to this text. I want to break it up. So to break it up on the next line, there is only one code. So left arrow, type BR, yeah, then do the right arrow. So it breaks up the text onto the next line. Okay, so now the typography needs to change, because right now, and to use a text font needs to called crimson, and it says to be kind of big. I think the weight is okay. Might just stamp out the spacing a little bit. The weight is too heavy. I think 600 will do. All right. So I think it's looking right. So let's proceed. Um, right now I'm gonna add a section right here, and let's make it a full width section. And what I'm gonna do is I want it to have some space from the top and to the bottom. So I'm gonna go under the advanced tab, under advanced, under margins. I'm gonna give it a 50 pixel margin. Okay, to the top and to the bottom. As you can see, the space has increased. And right now I'm gonna click this plus icon, and I'm gonna add the heading widget. Okay, then I'm gonna call this something like home decor, and I'm gonna center it. Yeah, so that's pretty much about it. That's the content tab. Moving on to the style, I want to change the typography to something like great vibes. Yeah, and lower the weight, something like 300. I think that's good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna duplicate this, and I'll add something like new arrivals. Yeah, so it's also centered because it's duplicated. So I'm going to go under the style tab and I'll change the typography to maybe a global crimson header font that we had saved. So what I'll do, I will increase, I think, this size to something like 32. I think it's good enough. Then I want it to move closer to the home decor. So I'm going to go under advanced and I'm going to unlink or unchain these values, and I'm going to add a negative margin until I'm comfortable with the spacing. So I think that's all right. So once that's done, I want to add a divider. So I'm going to go to this menu right here. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a divider. So let's search for divider. And I'm going to drag it just right under here over arrivals. So by default, it's a solid line, but you can change it to whatever pattern you'd like, whether dashed, whether curly, whether dotted, or it can be just dots. Yeah. So you can adjust the width of, I think this is in percentages, yeah, of the entire column. So I think 12.8 is good enough. So I'll just center that. And what I'll do under the style, I just make this color brown for the for the for the dots. So okay, I'm gonna look for a brown shade, an orange kind of. I think this will do. Yeah. All right. So then I'll still have move it closer to the new arrivals text. So to do that, you guys already know that. So come under advanced, under the layout, under margins. I'm gonna unchain those and just add a small negative margin. So I think that's cool. So what I'm gonna do, I want to save this as a template. So I'm gonna click on it, then click save as template. Yeah. And what I'm gonna do is call it home decor divider. The reason I'm saving this is because I might want to reuse this kind of nice divider I've created in other sections or parts of this website. Yeah, so I don't know if I will, but I think we will need them. Home decor divider 1. I think that's good. Yes. So you can already see it here. It's called home decor divider 1. We might be using that. So in case I want to import it or to add it to my website, all I have to do, if I'm, let's say, on a new page or another part of this same website, all I can do is click on that folder icon, and I already know the name. So it's a section. I'm going to click insert, then I'll click apply, and there it is. Okay. So there it is. So I'm going to delete that by clicking X. Now, what I want to do is to add some products to showcase our new arrivals. Okay. Now, the new way to do that in the later versions of Elementor is to use the loop carousel widget, which I like very much. So the loop carousel, all I'm going to do is, let's first add a section right here. And what I'm going to do is click on this menu icon here, and I'm going to search for the loop carousel, and I'll drag it over to the new section we've created. Now, you need to be careful with this because the loop carousel is a very powerful widget, and right now I want to display products, not posts. So I'm going to click on products, and I'll say, and also maybe once you look at the queries, you might want to source the latest products, the products on sale, the upsells. But for our case, let's use latest products since they're going to be our new arrivals. Then you can add some terms to it and all that stuff. Then also the settings, you can choose them to autoplay. So it's basically like a scrolling kind of slideshow loop, the way it sounds, loop carousel. But I think it's a great feature. So moving on to the layout, all I have to do is, once I'm happy with all those settings, just have it create template. Yeah. So then I would click save. All right. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start building the template that I've just created in the loop carousel. So to add widgets, all I'm going to do is to first add a featured image. So this featured image right now, it's automatically pulling up images from the product images from some of our products. So this is when you're creating the template, we selected our source as products. Okay, so it has a featured image. What else do I want to include? I want to include, going back here on this menu right here, I'm going to search for the product title. Okay, some of them are already recommended here, which is a good thing. I'm going to add a product title. It's a golden mesh. Then I think let's style this first, then you can add more widgets. Okay, so let's center this. Yeah, it's looking good. So under this style, we're gonna give it a font family of crimson, the crimson text. Yeah, and the size, I think 16 should do. And let's increase the spacing. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. So what we can do, let's save this as a global font. So we're gonna say Vita's product title Crimson. Yeah, so you can name this anything you want that you can easily remember. Then after that, maybe you'd want to add an add to cart or something, or even the price. So let's go back. Then maybe you can add a product price under this. So to retrieve the price of the product itself. And here we're saying it's 125, and let's apply the crimson product to font, and gonna increase the size of the price because I think it needs to be a little more visible. So I think that's fair. Oh, we can reduce it just a little bit. Yeah, I think I didn't select it right, but let's do it again. So under the typography, we're gonna increase this size, or sorry, reduce it to something like that. Then under the advanced tab, I really want to push it up to be closer to that text. So I'm going to apply probably this negative margin of around 27, I think. Let's do 24. Then I also like to increase the font size of the price. So let's take it up to something like 19, which I think looks fair. Okay. And once we are happy, I don't think I want to add the add to cart button right now because I think this looks good already. So I'm gonna click save and back. So what it's gonna do is gonna import all these other products and it will display everything the way we would want it to. So right now, it's looking good, but I think there's something you can tweak. Just one nice tweak. So let's go back to edit template. And what I want to tweak is the font weight of the product title. And to change that, I want to make it probably 400 or 500. Oh, let's try 700. No, 700 is too much. I think the sweet spot is 600. So yeah, I'll click 7 back. And right now we have our product images displaying well. Yeah. So as you can see, you can scroll through them. Yeah. So there are those arrows whereby you can scroll through the products and check them out. Yeah. So you guys can add, buttons to them. Add to cut buttons right down here. But for me, I just want to keep it simple. Yeah. So let's proceed with the other section. Actually, before we proceed, let me make some more changes. I'm not I'm not so convinced with how everything is looking, but yeah, it is well. um I want to make this text lighter than the title, so I'm going to go to style, and under the typography I'm going to apply a font weight of, let's say, 300. Yeah. And I also want to reduce the size. All right. Yeah. Then for the titles, you see how this is not capitalized. I want everything capitalized. So under typography, what I'm going to do is to transform all these into uppercase. Yeah. So I think that is better for me. Yeah. So I'm going to click save and back so we can proceed with the other sections. I think now I'm happy with the design itself. Yes. Yeah. So much happier right now. So we can use these and you can disable them. Yeah. But I think it's a cool way, yeah, to swipe through all your products. That is now done. Let's move on to the next section. So we're going to be creating something of like um showcasing our summer sales, and it's more of like a call to action, but it's going to be somehow simple. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I want to have is an image to the left. Yeah. In that image, I'm going to choose image, upload files, select files, and I'm going to come to Cresta. Hold on. And let me see. Can't seem to find it, but I will. Yeah, can't seem to find it. It's right here. All right. Okay, cool. So it's done uploading, and it's kind of heavy. Yeah. So I'm gonna adjust this to kind of look as big as that. Then what I'm gonna do, I wanna add a gallery, sort of display on the right. So when I say gallery, and I'll drag the widget over to the right, and I'll click add images. I'll go to upload, select files, and I'll increase this. So these are the files that I want to select, and I'll upload them at once. Okay, well, so they're done uploading. So what I can do is to create new gallery and insert gallery. So 4 images have been selected, but now I want the grid to kind of have 2 columns. Yeah. And what I will do is you can increase the spacing between them, and the aspect ratio that I want is 1 by 1, and I'll just reduce the spacing just a little bit. Great. So I think that looks great. And yeah, however, I would have them link to maybe a custom URL or something, if you can do that. But I just put that out here for, decorative purposes, and you guys can add like any links that you'd be interested in. Yeah, so I'll change this to none for now. Then what I'll do is I'll come over to the right and click on the column icon and align it to the middle. Then I'll do the same for the left and align it to the middle. Okay, so I'll head over still to the right. Let's fix some padding. Probably, let me see. I think from all sides, just so we can have everything in a straight line. So this is how it's looking, and I think it looks nice. Yeah, so these can link to a custom URL. Yeah, all these. So this can link to the bedroom, this can link to the, I haven't seen that, outdoor decoration. So these are like our categories, and I've already showed you guys how to sort of configure that. Yeah, so I wanted to add another, but I think I'll leave it. So let's proceed with the next section. Okay, so that's looking good. And right now I'm gonna be adding the template to sort of divide this, the same thing we did here. So you remember how I showed you guys to do this? So you're gonna click on that folder icon under this template. We're gonna say insert, then click apply, then it will apply. So just need to edit this. Yeah, sort of. Okay, so let's scroll down just a little bit. So maybe call this new articles. Articles. Then we can say from our blog. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. So then we can add our blog post right here. And the first thing that I'm gonna have to add here, it's gonna be a loop carousel. Okay, it's not gonna be a loop, but I mean, it's not gonna be a loop carousel. It's just gonna be a different type of widget. It's gonna be a loop grid. Okay, so here right now, so our template is gonna be for posts, not products, and I want to click create. So it's gonna ask me to save changes, and I'll save those. All right. So some of the first things maybe we need to include is the post info. Yeah, so let's add that right there. So usually it has the author, it has the date, and it has, all that stuff. But I think I'm going to take the author off, the dates off, and the comment off, and I'll just remain with the date itself. So I can style this right now. Then what I can do is I can align it to the left. There is no divider, so the icon color can remain, I think, let's give it this grayish color. Okay, and we can make this global because I like the gray here. Icon gray, yes, I'll create that. Okay, Then the text, I think the typography is gonna be for this crimson. Okay, then the text color is also gonna be the icon gray kind of shade. So the typography, I think it can be to uppercase. I think it's looking good. Yes. However, the size can reduce something like 10 or 12, and that's good. So then maybe I'll add the post title under this. Okay. Then for the post title, I think I'm gonna align it to the left. Then for the style, I'm gonna use a global font, which is, let's try the crimson header. Let's try the product title. Yes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it uppercase, and I'll adjust the line height to something like this. Then the size, I think 20 is good. Yeah. Then the spacing can reduce just a little bit, something like that. Then what I'm gonna add next is gonna be the except. Okay. And with the except, what I'm gonna have is I'm gonna apply the post content, because I didn't set the except when I was creating the blog. All right. Yeah. So it's kind of long. So I think what I'm gonna do is I just want the first 25 characters of the introductory text to the blog. Okay. Let's see how that looks. I think that's fair enough. Then I'm gonna come under style, the typography that I'm gonna give the this text. Let me see if we saved up some global. I think we have some open sans for the top bar text editor. I think this will work. Yes. Yeah. And basically, I think that's it for this blog. Let me see if there's any other widget that we can add. Oh, we've, I think, used all of these. Yeah. So um let's make a change, just one change to the type right here. And I'm gonna go under content, and the link, I'm gonna use a dynamic, the linking option. I'm gonna use dynamic tags and set this to post URL. So when someone clicks on this, it's gonna redirect to this exact post. Yeah, we can do the same thing for this. Yeah, but since this is except, don't use dynamic tags. But if it was a text editor, then, or a post title, then it would just work fine. Okay, so let's click save. And we are good to go. All right. So right now we are having our our three blog posts, the dates, and all this stuff. So let me check if there's a setting I need, because I need, hold on, there's a setting for the title that I want, but yeah, it's just on there. Okay. But it's okay. I'll just save and exit. So I think up to this stage, the website is looking nice. So we have our header, we've created these two sections, we've created the gallery, this category gallery, we're having our blog, and let's see what we can create next. Okay, so now let's create some badges, and basically I'm gonna use 3 columns. I think they should be able to do the job. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna insert images to them all here, because I'd pre-made, as you guys are gonna see, sometimes you have to pre-make some designs from, let's say, Canva or Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator. Yeah, so I have some assets already created that I wanted to use for this case, so I'm gonna upload them. Yeah, so for example, this image right here, so the image is done uploading, so I'm gonna click it to add. This element is malfunctioning. Let me pause. I'll get back to you guys. So the image is fully loaded. I'm gonna click select. So I'm gonna basically do the same for all these other columns that we had created. So I'm gonna add this one for secure payments. I don't know why they're taking ages to load. Okay, that has loaded, and let's pull up one more, and I'll use this one for fast shipping. All right. So finally, it has imported the image. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click on section, because I think this can be full width, maybe. Let me toggle that on, and let's see. That's looking, yes, that's looking nice. And under the style tab, I want to give it the usual spacing, yeah, for it to be 50. Now we're gonna import back this famous template. So under templates, it's still loading. I don't know why this is happening. Element, yes, so it's right here. I'm gonna click install. Or sorry, it's insert. Yeah. So sorry. So it has inserted it. So I want to say home decor. Maybe this can change to something like portfolio. You guys let me know if that's the correct spelling of portfolio. So it's actually portfolio. Let me just make this small correction. Yeah. So that's good. And what we're gonna do is gonna add a section, and we're gonna add a gallery. I misspelled that, so sorry. And yeah, so right now we're gonna upload some files from our gallery, and let me see. So we have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 photos. All right. So let this upload. And they're done uploading. So I'm gonna create new gallery and click insert gallery. So right now they're inserted. you can see this is looking beautiful. But to tweak that up, maybe you can change the layout. Yeah. So if it's just fade, then probably it's gonna try and display every photo in full size. So basically this is one of the greatest features of this widget. But it's only available on Elementor Pro. Yeah. But I'd rather do Menzori. It's one of my favorites. So just stacks them like this. Yeah. But I think we can do Justified for this. Nothing too fancy. All right. Let's keep it that way. Yeah. So our gallery is done. Our portfolio is done. We have these nice secure payments for shipping and money back guarantees. Some of our stuff from the blog, this section right here, some of our products, and our landing hero page. So I think that's it for the home page. So right now, let me see which page we can move on for developing. Now we can do the About Us page next. So let's get started. But before I get started, remember to always click update and remember to always check the mobile responsiveness. So let's do that right now. Okay. So I want to click on this responsive mode right here. So you can toggle it on. Once it's on, these three icons will appear: the desktop, the tablet mode, and the mobile mode. So I'm going to click the mobile. And as you can see, stuff tends to fall apart. Okay. Stuff tends to fall apart. All right. So what I'm going to do is for the background here and under the mobile menu, what I'm going to do with it, I think I can leave it the way it is, though the attachment can be, I think we can leave it the way it is. But what I can do is to increase this text, I mean to reduce the size so that it becomes more readable. Yeah. So the typography, good size, and we'll reduce that. So we're having this on the top, this green text, this white part in the middle, then some of the sunlight and everything. So the new arrivals, the product carousels are not showing with this loop carousel. I don't know what that could be, but I think it's looking quite okay based on these pink lines. The summer sales, all these product categories that have links on them are also looking fine. The blogs and the titles and everything, the fast shipping, the money back guarantees, the portfolio is looking nice, and I'm happy with the design. So far so good. So let's just click update and we can move forward developing the About Us page. Okay. So now let's get started with the About Us page. So under pages, I'm going to click on all pages. Then I'm going to go to About. Then click Edit with Elementor. So once fully loaded, what we're going to do first is want to add a section here and click on this menu icon here. And what I want to do is add some text. I'm going to say About Us, something like that. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to center this and come to style, and probably I want to change the typography. So I'm going to use a global crimson header. It's looking like that, and I think that looks fine. And what I'm going to do is to click on this section right here, and I'm going to make it full width. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come under style, and I'm going to go to the background and the background, and I'm going to add a color. Okay. Now we go back to our worksheet and look. Let me see if I have, yes, I had saved the color right here. So I'm going to copy it, go back here and paste it in right here. Yeah, it's not the color I was hoping for, but I wanted something like that. Okay. Now, since the background is set, I'll save this color as a global. Yeah, this color right here. So I'm going to click on it. Yeah, so I'm going to call it page header. Something like that. All right, now click create. So now it's saved. And one last thing that I want to do is I want to add some margins to the top. Let's say 50. No. Actually, I want to add the padding on the margins. So it's a 50 top and 50 to the bottom. Okay. So I think let's do 60. Let's try maybe 65 to the top and 65 to the bottom. Okay. I want to reduce the space in between here, so I'm probably gonna apply a negative margin to cater for that. So what I'm gonna do is for the top margin, I'm gonna reduce it to something like 30, I think. Yes, I think 30 looks good. Then what I'm gonna do, let's go back to the menu icon right here. I will just add a divider under the about us text, something like this. Then I will, the style, I'm gonna go under tribal, then I'll use dots, and I think about the width of 12, maybe 8 or 9, something like that. Then I will center it, then I'll try to drag it closer under the advanced tab, give it a negative margin top to sort of move it closer to the about us, something like that. Then for the color, let me see if we have an orange. Yeah, so the dividers are always that brown. So I think that looks good. Yeah, that looks good enough. Both on desktop and on mobile. Okay. So now I think I'm gonna save these as a template. So to save it as a template, because I'm gonna reuse it on the FAQ page, on the portfolio page, and yeah, still on this about us page. So I'm gonna click on save template, and I'm gonna save page header. Okay, now that has been saved and it's right here. Okay, now I'm gonna exit out of this and I start working on some text in the about us section. Now what we're gonna add is 2 columns, something like this. So the left column, before I actually add anything, I want to increase the spacings. Okay, so under advanced, let's do this right now. You guys already know we've been using width of top and and bottom margin of 50. But on the left, I'm going to click on this plus sign. Then I'm going to add an image. Okay, so you have an image on the left. Then on the right, I'm going to have a text editor. Yeah, so let me copy our about us text. This. Okay, I'm going to copy this. Then I'm going to paste it in here. Let me paste it in here instead. Good. Then what I'm going to do is I want this text to be centered in the middle. Yeah, right here. So I'm going to click on this column. Let's see if that works. Then under vertical align, I'm going to say middle. Yes. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to style and I want to change the font. Yeah. So under typography, okay. I'm gonna change something. I'm gonna change something. Oh, I'm still under the column, whatever typography and everything. But let's click on this pen icon, then come to style. So under typography, we already had some global fonts. For example, this we had saved. So I'm gonna click this, and that's how it looks. Then on the right, basically I need an image. So I'm gonna pull up an image from the gallery. Let's see. Maybe I'll upload. Let's see if we have something else to upload. So when I select files, and we shall use our office image. Okay, and it's done uploading. Okay, so there we have the about us. And right now I think I'm going to add another section like this. Actually, no, let me add a section with about maybe 4 columns. Yeah, then obviously the first setting we want to configure are the margins because they're easy to forget. Okay, so the top and the bottom. Then what I'm going to do is I want a counter. Before we add the counter, let's head back to this section right here. Then I also want to make it full screen. Okay, then I also want to give it a background color. Let's say if we have the saved, any global saved ones, so you have this top back green. I think that looks nice. And let's start adding some widgets here. So now I'm going to click on this and I'll add a counter. Yeah, so it's going to be something like this. Okay, and I want to make this at least more vibrant. Let's give the text color of white. Yeah, then the title can also be white, something like this. Then I think it can be open sans. All right, so now let's say we have 900 employees. So we have 900, so it's on that counter that to 900. Then we can say something like employees right here. Sorry, yeah, employees. Then probably, so maybe I want to copy these and sort of paste it in these guys right here. Oh, sorry, I can't do that. So just keep on doing paste and doing paste. Okay, so let's edit this. Maybe we have 125 stores. Okay, you have 125 stores. What else could we be having? We could be having maybe maybe we could be in over 140 countries. Maybe we have about, let's say, 250, let's say awards, something like that. So yeah, basically what I need to do now, I think I just add some padding for this section, both on the top and the bottom. So I'm gonna go click on this, then go to advanced, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna unlink this, then add I think the 50 top and 50 pixel padding to the bottom. Okay, let's make this 50, not 60. Yeah, so that is well balanced. Okay, so I think this looks great. Maybe what I need to do is to maybe change the style, the typography of the figures to something like, let's see how crimson will look. Yeah, I prefer this. It's more consistent. So I'm gonna paste the styles, and I'll paste the style right here. So that's done. Now let's have a look at our testimonials. Okay. So I'm gonna import the template we used on our home page. It's right here. So I'm gonna click install. I mean insert. I know I already say install, and it's displayed right here. Maybe we shall call this what can we call it? We can call it our success, something like that. Then instead of this being your errors, we can say portfolio. Oh, sorry, don't portfolio, testimonial. All right, yes. So now once that's done, what I'm gonna do is to add a section right here. And what I'm gonna do with this is that I'm gonna add a testimonial widget or a testimonial carousel, something like this. So we have this text right here, but I had typed some here. Then I'm just gonna, let me zoom in a little right here. So, okay, so I'm gonna copy this and I'll go back to Elementor. So item 1, yeah, this is the first testimonial. Maybe they said this. Okay, absolutely love the products. I press from restart. Yeah, and who said it? We're gonna upload some, photos of the testimonial people. All right, so I have 3 of them already here. So I'm gonna click open, and they're gonna upload. And once it's done, maybe we choose that, and let's say the name is Sarah. Maybe she's got Sarah ring or something like that. Okay, then the title, maybe I just leave that blank. Yeah. All right, so there's that. Then we can work on our second testimonial, and we shall pull up this text once again and probably paste that in here. Then pull up the image. You can say change image, and we're gonna add this gentleman right here, and maybe we call him Mark Amon. Yes, then I'll just get rid of this. Yeah, then let's add just one more. So I'm gonna pull up our third testimonial, something like that. Okay, Then I'm gonna paste the text in here. Then I'm gonna pull up Emily right here. Then I think I'll just say Emily S, something like that. Then I'll just, take that away. Yeah. So I want them to be left aligned, something like that. And yes, so you can have additional options where you show arrows, you show the subpagination, the hover, but I always like it to keep it simple the way it's looking right here. Maybe I want to play around with the style, and I I want to change maybe the style of the content itself. So the name, yeah, the text color maybe can be for example, the divider color, and the typography can be maybe the crimson type, yes, product title, and yes, so you don't have a title because we eliminated that. And then the content of the slide, want it to be something like that, but I'm gonna change it to be weightier to something like 400. Yeah. Then reduce the letter spacing just a little bit, and I think I'm comfortable with how it's all looking. Okay, I think I'm comfortable with how it's all looking. So now let's take a look at how it looks on mobile. So we have the logo, we have the logo, we have the counters right here, then we have the success, you having the testimonials, but I think these are kind of long, yeah, which I also think is okay. All right, yes, I think it's okay. Maybe these need to reduce, yeah, the font sizes. So what we'll do when we're in the mobile, we shall reduce the font sizes to something like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this and just keep on pasting its style. Okay, so paste the style, now paste the style. Okay, so I think that looks much more cleaner. All right, yes. So about us page is set. Let's click update and let's work on the portfolio page next. So I'm gonna exit out of this and head back to this WordPress button. And once I'm here, I'm gonna look for the portfolio and I'm gonna click edit. All right, and click edit with Elementor. All right, so we are into our portfolio page, and the first thing I want to do is to import the template we created from the previous about us page. Yeah, and it was called, so Elementor does this sometimes, it says you haven't saved any templates, but just have to click refresh and it will bring them back. So our page header is here, so I'm going to click insert. So you see how fast that was. Templates are so important, so I'm going to click, I'm going to change this to portfolio, something like that. Okay, and once it's done, all I'm going to do is to add a section right here. Remember guys, our section, we always give them 50-50 pixel bottom and top spacing. Then I'm just going to add in a gallery. Okay, so there's this widget called gallery that comes with the Elementor Pro. Yeah, so what we're going to do right now is basically select some images from our media library that are going to belong to our portfolio. So it's this, is this, is this, this, and this, and probably that. Yeah, so let's create this and click on insert gallery. Okay, So now they're displayed like this. But all you can have to do is to change maybe from a grid to Menzory. All right. So let's see how all that looks. So when someone comes to our portfolio, they'll see this, then they see the Menzory kind of um, text. Yeah. And that will be about it for the portfolio. Nothing really much. Just to showcase our work and our home decor ideas, something like that. So that's just it about the portfolio. So let's move on creating the FAQ page. But before we move on, let's just check if it looks good on mobile. All right, so we have the portfolio and we have the galleries. I mean, yes, yeah. So on mobile, maybe they could be justified, but still, yeah, I think this looks better for mobile. And still, even on the desktop version, I think we can leave it as justified. Yeah, okay. Um, but that's a choice you guys are gonna make. Either sacrificing for mobile or you're you're gonna make it justified. So because the Menzory looks good on desktop, as you guys can see, if you had more photos, yeah, to look so good. But on mobile, it just puts everything under um each image under a very its own like aspect ratio and dimension. Yeah. Yet if you leave it at justified, yeah, then it's gonna look like this. Now one way to go around this is to create another gallery. Yeah. One that will be displayed for mobile and one that will be displayed for the desktop version. So let's do that maybe, because we want to keep our page looking, fresh. So this is justified, but let's change it to Menzory. Yeah. Then let's duplicate it first. So we're going to say duplicate. Okay, so it has been duplicated. So the upper one is going to be displayed on only our desktop. Yeah. So we go under advanced. Yeah. Then under responsiveness, we're going to say hide this on mobile and hide it on tablet. Yeah. So mobile and tablet are already hidden. Then what we're going to do for this downer one, yeah, is we're going to go to advanced. Okay, under responsiveness, we're going to hide it on desktop. Okay, so when we do this, you realize we're only having our Menzory kind of display right now. Yet when we go to our mobile display, we're still having this because we haven't changed the gallery attribute. So let's click on it. Let's change the gallery attribute to something like hold on, let's click the pen icon. Then we can have something like justified. Yes, to cater for this. So we're having them kind of justified, looking nice for the mobile. Then for the desktop, we're still having that nice look. So let's click update and move on creating the FAQ page. All right. So I'm going to exit out of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this WordPress icon here to your top left corner. Then I'm going to go under the FAQ page and I'm going to click edit. And I'm going to click edit with Elementor. All right. So it's fully loaded, and what I'm going to do is still import the template we had created for the page header, which is right here. So I'm going to click, let's refresh this. All right, so let's click insert. Okay, so it's right here, and I'm just gonna change this to FAQ. All right, so then under this, we're gonna create another section with 2 columns. And guys, remember, you always want to use a spacing of 50-50 for the top and bottom. Then what I'm gonna add here, once I click this plus icon, I'm gonna add an image. And let's pull up just a random image from our media library. So maybe we can use this. Okay. And for our FAQ questions, we're gonna use an accordion. Yeah. So we're gonna drag it to the right. All right. So then all we have to do is to configure the accordion. So let me first close this. And I already have some FAQ questions, I think, in our worksheet. All right. All right. So is this question. So I'm gonna copy these here all at once. So I'm gonna Control C this, and I will Control C this, then I will Control C this, I will Control C this, Control C this, Control C. So everything I'm selecting, I'm only copying. Okay, so I'm gonna Control this, Control C that, then I'll also Control C that. All right. So the first accordion list item. So I'm gonna press Windows V, yeah, and actually I copied this, but there's a lot of stuff on the clipboard, so it actually won't help, but I'm gonna clear that, but I still won't do that again. Let's just copy one by one. So copy and paste. Then I'm gonna copy the answer. Okay, let's start from the top. I realized the more important questions. Okay, copy. I'm gonna copy this and paste it in right there. Then I'm gonna copy this answer to that question and I'll paste that in. So you see, then once I'm happy with that, yeah, then I can click add new item. So I'm gonna pull up another question. Can I return or exchange the product if I'm not satisfied? Then we type in that title. Then the answer to that. Absolutely, we want you to be completely satisfied with your purchase. You can refer to our return policy or information to initiate your return and exchange. Yeah, probably you guys will create your own return policy or something like that. But yeah, so let's add another item. So I'm gonna do this real quick, then we shall. All right. So I'm done pasting in all this content, and right now all I have to do is to maybe add some styles. So under the style tab, what I can do with the title, I can make it stand out. All right, so I'll click on this pen icon. Maybe I'll use crimson text for the titles. Then for this description right here, yeah, I will come to content, and I'll change this typography, text editor global. Yes. So I think that looks great, and I'm comfortable with that. So maybe what I can do is change this title typography to something uppercase. So I'm going to transform it to uppercase. But now I'll just leave it as default. I think it looks better that way. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is I'll look at this in a desktop kind of format, and yeah, it looks good. Then in mobile, what I'm gonna do, I think it looks also looks okay. Yeah, though this text can reduce in size. So I'm gonna come to the content under typography. I'll reduce the size of the text. Yeah, all right. So I think that looks all right. Then maybe the title, the font weight can change because I think that's too heavy. Something like 400 or 500. Yeah, that looks nice. Let's head back to the desktop view. All right. So I'm comfortable with this. Yeah. Let's see. All right. So under the style still, I can play around just maybe with this border width, something like this, because I want it to stand out from this. So when I look at it from such and such an angle, I think now it's more defined. Yeah. Though the color we can use can be somehow a little bit lighter or slightly darker than the white background. So I think that serves, this does a job well. All right. Yes. So right now the FAQ page is ready, and what we're gonna do is let's look at our footer. We have to create a blog page, maybe add it right here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna update this because we haven't worked on the blog page and it's nowhere displayed on our website. So I think it would be really important to add that. Then we proceed. After doing that, then we can proceed to creating the shop page. Okay, so now let's see what we have. All right, so clicking on this WordPress icon right here to the left, mine sort of disappears, but I just know it is there. Let's create a blog page. Okay, so we're gonna click add new, and I'm gonna say blog, and we'll say edit with Elementor. All right, so this isn't gonna take long. Yeah. So what we're gonna do first is to import the template we had created. Okay, our page header template. All right, so it's right here. Still Elementor does this, I don't know why. There is, have to refresh this page. So you have the page header, so I'm gonna import it and insert it. Then I'm gonna say this is a blog. All right, and obviously I'm gonna add a section. Okay, and you guys already know by now that I like to keep the sections at a 50-50 margin, both bottom and top. Then I'm gonna type posts. Okay, let's see. So Elementor has a couple of widgets. For example, they have this one of posts where it displays everything like this. Then when you also search for posts, it also has, let's see if we can add this here, archive posts. Yeah, but this really, I have never used it and configured it, so I'm just gonna stay away from it. So just click here and delete. Then we can start working on this. Okay, so let's click this pencil pen icon. Realize that these two have the same feature image. Okay, so I think I want to change one of those. Okay, so let's just go back to gray star, yeah, to the back end. So under posts, I will just say all posts. Okay, I think it's this, so I'm gonna edit this, and once done loading, I'm gonna be able to change the future image. Okay, so under the future image, come on, yes, let's click replace. That's gonna open up the media library, and what we can replace it with is this right here. Okay, now click update. All right, so let's first deal with these changes right now. Let's change the skin to cards. Okay, because I think now that gives it a more unique look. And where you have the category, the featured image, the text, then the author, profile photo, the excerpt, and the read more, then plus the comments and everything. So what I'm gonna do, I want this to look clean, but what I'm gonna do is to come back to WordPress because I wanted to display. Let me see if I can have the profile photo right here or an avatar that should display as the author's, face or something like that. So under users, you wanna come to profile. Okay. So I already showed you guys that you can change like the themes and everything and your username, yeah. Then your nickname. So the nickname can change, yeah. So it's Enoch Mueve, but you can change it to something like maybe Enoch, yes, yeah, okay. And you can add the profile picture right here. So let me see if I can, if I have any photo that I can use right here. So maybe you can create gravatar here, upload your image and just circle it out. But yes, so they require you to sign up and everything. But I think this is taking a much longer process. But if you guys have the time, because I think it's gonna get the tutorial lengthy to set this up, you guys will be able to add like unique profile images right here. All right, so now let's continue with our work. Okay, yeah. I thought I would do that in a second, but no. Okay, so now let's go under style, and what we're gonna do is we are not gonna play around with these because I think they already come looking nice. So under the content, what I'm gonna do for the typography, I'm gonna use the title description. Then I think I want the transformation to be uppercase. Let's have a look. Oh, sorry. Right now I'm editing I wanted to edit the one for the title, the blog title. Okay, so I want to transform it to uppercase. Yes, and I want it black or at least gray, something like that. It can be any color. For example, if you want red, let's see if we have any global colors that are looking nice. We have this divider, but I don't think I like that. Then you have this icon gray that we had used earlier on. I think that looks nice, but I don't like this spacing at all. Okay, so I'm gonna reduce this. Yeah, so that looks nice. Okay, then I think what I'm gonna do is under the content tab, um under the excerpt, I'm gonna change the typography, the text editor global. Yeah, then the read more is gonna have this crimson product title description. Okay, and I think it can be, let's see if you have any color right here. Can be, yes. Okay, so now let's go back to the layouts and everything. So here you can increase the number of blog posts that you want to have, yeah, by creating more columns. So let's say if you want 4, if you want 1, if you want 2, if you want, but I think I'll just keep it to 3. Then you can show their images. They can be also mentoring, yeah, sort of, if you have more of them, but I'm gonna just turn that off for now. Yeah, then you can have the title or you can disable it. So if you disable the title, then probably it's just gonna show the excerpt, yeah, but since we really need the title, then I think it's gonna be there. Then the excerpt length is this text length at which you can reduce to something like, I like to keep it really short, maybe 25, and I think 25 is long, so just keep it to 15. All right, 15, yeah, 15 will do the job. And the read more is turned on. Then the avatar, so this avatar, if you have an image or view or profile photo, so you can choose to turn it on and turn it off. Yeah, so I think you guys would like to have your um items, I mean your profile photos displayed, so you can choose to turn off the badges for the categories, but I think they will look nice right there. And I think that really looks good. So the metadata, so you have the date, the comments, yeah, you can add maybe the date modified or something like that, or you choose to remove some of them. So you can remove the comments, then you have the date and date modified, or you can leave it as date modified. So that would depend on you, yeah, but I think this looks nice. Okay, however, let's just reduce, well, more or less change the font weight of this, of the title, yeah. So under style, under content, the title typography, I'm gonna reduce the weight to something 400. Oh, maybe 600 would. Yes. Then still I'm not comfortable with the spacing, so I think that will do. All right. So now taking a look at the mobile view, so you have the blog, you have that blog post, you have a blog post, and all that. I think that's looking good. So you can publish this, and it's done. So basically taking a look at our website so far, we are having um, the blog page right here, which we need to include at least somewhere in the quick links. We are having the portfolio page with its mentoring design. We are having the about us page with an image right here and some about us information and some testimonials. Then we're having an FAQ page that we've been just developed, yeah, and with all these nice accordions. Then we have obviously the home page, okay, right, that's looking okay. It's not fully loaded, so there's something missing here. That's looking nice, yeah. Then we are having, let's see, a shop page that we are here to work on. All right, yeah. So let's see. uh let's go back to the desktop view, and right now I want to add just a quick links to the footer for our blog section. Okay, so we're in the footer template. So right now I'm just going to click add item, and I'll call it blog, and I'll delete this, and it will link to the blog. Yeah, that's nice, but I want it lowercase, I think, just to match up with the others. So I'm gonna click update. All right, so let's look at also the my account. So the my account has all these. So it has this blue default WooCommerce theme, but we gotta change that. Yeah, so you can check out your orders. I can check out the addresses. You can check out all that other stuff. So we have the my account and the shop page, but let's first work on the shop page, and then we'll proceed with the my account, and we'll be ready to launch our site. All right, so I'm gonna exit out of this. Then since you're editing the shop page, so under pages you can come to all pages. So I'm gonna right click that. So here is our page. Then you're gonna go to shop page and click edit, and I show you guys something about element and why the pro version is so important. So when I click on edit with Elementor, and you let it load up, sometimes it takes long, yeah. So it pulls up this error right here right now. So I'm gonna click maybe edit with self mode, and we will see what what it says after here. Okay, still element is not loading up. All right, so we have in the shop page here, but remember that already our shop page kind of already has content to it, yeah, but this content is not affected in the page itself, but rather the template builder. Okay, so when we go to the under Elementor templates under theme builder, yeah, and you guys do notice the difference. Okay, under products archive, I want to create a template. Okay, So this is where I can change all these buttons, yeah, and all these fonts is where I can make some changes to them, yeah. But let's see. So by default, Elementor has some very nice okay, I'll refresh that. Some very nice templates for for the shop page that are really looking nice. And so there's this, okay. And when you go back to the library, you can also check out this. You can also check out this, okay. I think I like this a lot. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I like this. Then let's check out some other template that I do have. All right, then I also have this. Yeah, but we want to create our, you know, custom shop template. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is to close this out. Yeah. And what we are gonna do is to first add, let's say, section. Actually, we'll delete this. Then we import our template that says page header, because I wanna have a consistent theme throughout the entire website. So I'll say maybe shop, something like that. Maybe shop now. Okay. And once that's done, I'm just gonna click another section. But you guys already know, once you add a section, we give it a 50-50 spacing right here. So this is kind of high, yeah, but I wouldn't mind that right now. Let me first work on the template, and I'll handle this space later on. Okay, so once I come here, then I'll put, there are three widgets that Elementor recommends first. Okay, so you have the archive products first displayed, yeah. Then once you go back, you can have the archive title maybe added, something like this. Let's say shop. Then let's try the other one. Then maybe the description or something like that. And let's see what that brings up. Well, I think it's taking ages. I'm just gonna quit on this because I already have what I really want up here. So I'll just close this out. Yeah. So um here we have it. So the shop now, so it has this default sorting and everything. So they can be sorted by popularity, price, and the latest products. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this pencil icon, and because you're not using premium theme, some of these changes are restricted. Yeah, okay, but we can still make some adjustments to the colors and everything. Yeah, and one thing we can do is we can change the typography to product title, crimson header. Then under the rating, we disable those. We don't want ratings to be displayed. And under the price, I think you can still use maybe the crimson header typography. But now okay, I think I'll leave it the way it is. Okay, now there's a setting I'm looking for, but I can't find it. Okay, I see. All right. Okay, so we're having this um Okay, the buttons are here. Yes. So the button, I want the background color to be black completely. Then the typography, I think I'll go with the Open Sans, but at least I want it to be, capitalized, something like that. No, not uppercase, but capitalized, something like that. Then the weight, I think I want it like 500 or something like that. And still, the size of the text should be around, I think, 14 pixels. Okay, great. And yeah, I think I'm comfortable with that. All right. So um there we have it. But I think because I don't like this hover. When I hover, it turns blue. Yeah. And also this product title is in lowercase. So all I have to do is to look for the title right here under the typography. I'm gonna do and transform to uppercase. I don't know why I said I'm to uppercase. Maybe I'll first publish it. So when I publish, it's gonna ask for a condition. So where do you want to display this? So I think I want to display it almost in all product archives. So just click save. Then once we come here, let's see if the changes are already propagated. All right. Yes. So now it's looking nice. Right now we already have 4 products, but I think this has failed to change. So let's go back. Oh, we're in the portfolio, is it? Oh, no. Okay. This let's do this again because okay, even when I change them to lowercase, they still don't. They remain at default. Yet when I change, hold on, still are not affecting anything. And the product title, yeah. I don't know why this is so, but I think I can make those changes in because when I use Open Sans, then everything changes. Yeah, but I can take control of it transforming to uppercase. Yeah, this is probably an issue related to the theme. So I probably have to go under the appearance and customize that from there. But we will see. But I'm really confident about how it's looking here. And taking a look at the mobile view, okay, it's displaying 2 products at once, which I also think is okay for mobile. Yeah. So when I exit like this, so I think that's looking nice. It's really looking nice. But my issue is still with this template over, I mean, this template being important, overshadowing the 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 header menu. Okay, so let's maybe take a look at this in a mobile format. Yes, and it is. So we need to sort that. And one way to sort that is to come here and under advanced, okay, under advanced, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unlink this, okay, and let's update it, and let's see how it's looking now. Once we refresh this, and shift still doing the same thing. Okay, I think now it's looking more cleaner, though I still want more space. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna increase the top margin to something like 25. I'll click update and I'll refresh this. Okay, yeah, so it looks cleaner right now. Then I still want it to look nice. Oh, no, 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 no. I have to go back. I clicked on the header. No, 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 no. I want to edit the product archive. Okay. Yes. Okay. So you see, so I just click edit section and I'll just, take this down. Yeah, I really need it to be up. Yeah, I think that's fair. So when I refresh this, yes, so everything now is looking nice and clean at the same time. Yeah, so I'm happy with the shop page. But once what you realize, I'm gonna see how to deal with this blue, but that will be in the customizer. Yeah. So before we go to the customizer, I would like to just make changes to this of how it's displayed and everything, and then we'll walk to the customizer and make sure we get to take away that blue. Okay. So now let's go back. So I'm gonna exit out of this and I'll go back to the theme builder, Elementor, under Elementor templates and theme builder. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come to single product. Okay. And I'm gonna click add new. Okay, great. So once we are in the theme builder, we're gonna hover over single product and click on this plus sign. All right. Then it's gonna pull up some of the blocks or templates that Elementor offers. So there is this kind of layout. Leave it open and take a look and see how it's looking. Yeah, so there is this. So you guys can implement this if you like, but I want to build mine from a custom standpoint of view. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to import one of the templates that we had created, the page header, this right here. Okay, but I'm just going to remove this top margin because it kind of interferes with my menu. Yeah, so I think that's okay. Then I'm going to add a new column to the right, and I think I'll remove this because I don't need it. Then maybe we can call this shop, something like that. Then on the right we can add what they call breadcrumbs. So they're like a way to structure how to navigate your website kind of easily, but I'll just make these maybe crimson header. That's too big. Maybe the product title, kind of. Then I think let's just make them uppercase. And for the color, the text color, I think we had an icon gray. And also the link color, it can be icon gray. Yeah, something like that. So I would probably want to align this to the left, and this I'll want to align it to the right. Yeah. So when I click on this column icon, I want to center align it in the middle so that it's in a straight line with all these. Okay. So now that's it. Let's add another section. No. Let's want a section of 2 columns. Okay. And you guys already know by now, I like to use a 50-50 margin to space out stuff. And on the left, I'm gonna add some product images. Okay. Yeah. So there's some product images right here, and they'll look good once we're done with it. Then on the right, first we're gonna add the product title, and this product title is gonna have, let's say, a style of crimson header, but I still want to make it a little bit bigger, so I think it will be like 32, something like that. Then what else? We're gonna add a product price under it. Come on. Yeah. So the product price, I think the typography should also be crimson header, sort of. Then the size can as well be 32, but the weight at least is gonna go down to something like 300. All right. Then probably gonna add in a short description just under here. All right, so it's gonna pull up the short description of the product, but there's too much space, so I think I'm gonna tamper with the top margin to make it negative, sort of. So the typography, obviously you have a typography font already set as a global. Then under the advanced, I'm gonna use a top margin, a negative top margin, just so I can, drag it up to a point where I need it to be. I think that's kind of nice. Then I'm also gonna do the same here. And advanced, I think the bottom margin can be somehow negative. All right, I think that looks nice. So probably I wanna reduce this font size of this text. So I'll just do maybe 14. I think that's nice. Then what else can we add? We need an add to cart, and for this, the layout can be stacked, but I think inline would be the best. Then for the button, I want it justified, so it spans the entire column width, and the background color can as well be black. Hold on. Yeah, can be black. Then the text, hold on. The text, obviously the color can be white. I think that's okay, but the typographer's gotta change to something like that. But I can also add some extra weight to it, so like 400, which I think is good. Now let's see, what can we add? We can add some product meta. Meta is just a word that means information about information. Great. So there's that. Under its style, I think we can add a divider to it, but I don't think it will be important for this case. But let's just change the typography to something like crimson product title, and let's adjust the weight around 500, and let's capitalize it. And I want it to be of a uniform color, so the link can be still that gray we had saved up, and also the text, so the entire whatever is looking good. Then let's see, what other widget can we add? We can add product data tabs. Okay, all right. Then these we can make some changes to them. Yeah, so we can change the background color to something like this white we had globally saved. I think that's nice. Then the typography can be the crimson. Yes, I think that's looking good. Then once we go under the panel itself, the typography of the panel can be the open sans. Then the title, this description right here, the heading, sorry, it can be a crimson header, but obviously I think I want it uppercase. Yeah, so if 600 is too much, then this can also sort of reduce, and I think that is looking good. So there we have it for our products, and probably this looks good. This must look good. Yes. And if I'm to check out the mobile version of it, I'm concerned with this section only. Yeah, I'm also concerned about the product images. I don't know what's the problem with my Elementor today, but yeah, let's first publish these and we see how it will look. So for the entire product, I'll set the condition to display it for the entire product. All right. So now when we check out the preview of the website, we're gonna have this and that. So yeah, I think the product image was just long. So we're having all these. Then we are having the golden mesh. This is out of proportion, but the categories are displaying nice. Even the product data tabs are all displaying nice. So let me hop back into the editor. Then I see what's wrong with this. Probably once I click on this pencil icon, I wanted the button to be justified, but it's not doing me good. So I'll just click update. Then it will automatically update, and it's still doing this. Okay, but let me see what to do. So I'll go back here. Okay, then I will first make this quantity. I want the border to be black, just eliminate that blue. Okay, and I think that's okay. But this display, I think we can do stacked and try to justify the button maybe, and we click update. All right, so now what we can do is to go to the real shop. I like this Elementor preview. So yes, so right now it's stacked, and though you have the description, the reviews, and everything, the additional information, these were already hidden in the previews, but let's get them right, configured right. Okay, so the product title, because now this is, I need to make sure it's in, it's 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 capitalized. Okay, so under transform, I want to capitalize it. So once I capitalize it and refresh over here, I should find that this has changed. Yeah, so it's 300 bucks. You can add the quantities, but I think this is a wastage of space. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click on this and I'll say inline, but I still want my button justified, and I'll click update. Then I'll refresh this to see how stacked. So it's not really doing what I want right now. So I guess I'll just leave it stacked with the layout of stacked. Sorry, yes, justified and stacked. So this will automatically refresh. No, 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 no. Okay, I need it to be here. Or I'll just type it because I think there's something wrong with Elementor Preview. It's not allowing me to do what I want to do. So, okay. What I will do, I'll click on this. Then, so right now, this is a stacked view, the way you're seeing it here. But initially, I wanted it inline and the button to be justified, just like that. So let me click update. So it's updated. So I'll refresh this page. And you see, yes, so this is a display I was looking for. So the title, the price, the description, categories, then we have to deal with this. So then also this space is kind of have to reduce on the top margin. So under advanced of this pen icon, I'll just reduce this. I think it's ridiculously big, so I think I'm comfortable with that. Then for these, what I want to do for the tabs, on the active one to be completely white, yeah, and that is set. Hold on, yeah. So the typography, I'm gonna reduce the size, or alternatively, what we can do is we can add a section under here, because I think these are overlapping, yet they would look well if they are in their own section. So just copy this and I will paste it here. Okay, then I'll just delete them from here, I think. So when I have that and I update, that's what I'll be having. All right, so the description is right here, the additional information and everything. Okay, so I think I'm happy with what I have now. Yeah, so that's it for the product pages. Okay, so I'm gonna exit out of this. Then I think our website is kind of done right now, and maybe if we take a look at the my account page, I think it's looking good already, nothing much to change. Maybe what we can do is to change the font types. Yeah, so let's let Elementor load up. Okay, it's now fully loaded. So I think once you click this pencil icon and come to the typography, I think you can make it a bit sense. So to change this blue color, I would have to hop into the PHP settings to really make this look bespoke and unique and all these colors. But I'm thinking that the tutorial is already getting long enough. It's over 3 hours. So I think I'm going to have to create another separate tutorial on how to customize these. But I think this is good. Okay, I'm just going to click update that. And when we go over to our home page, so everything is looking nice. This is what we have so far. Yeah, all these nice looking images and everything, but there are a couple more changes. I think we can make a change to this. So you can say edit with Elementor, and I'll close this, and this is our back end. Okay, yeah, so let's make changes to our homepage, some final changes. So it's now fully loaded. So let's go over to our portfolio section. Okay, these display well in the preview, but on, yes, you see this space, I don't want it. So probably since we have 8 images, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this from justify to mandatory, and I'll click update. So what I'll do is I'll check out our homepage to see the changes. All right. I think this is better. This is a better display. Now, these are not functional yet. If a client or customer clicks on these, they're supposed to be redirected to the product itself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here and click on edit template. Okay. Then once this is open, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use custom URL in the custom attributes. This won't change, but the dynamic tags will be important. So what I will do is I'm gonna set this to post URL. So what this should do is that, let's first update. What that should do is, let's refresh this. When a user clicks on this, they should be redirected to the product itself. Okay, so that wasn't happening a while ago. Yeah, then, but I think now it's more pronounced. Okay, yeah. So I think that's it for the home page. Maybe if you guys have some time, you can add stuff like animations. For example, let me save and exit out of this. All right. Okay. So maybe if you guys have some time, you can add animations. So to add animations, you click on this, come to under the advanced tab, then you can do like motion effects or something like that. Yeah. So let me see. You can do something like a zoom in, something like that. Yeah, for like scrolling effect. Yeah. So for the vertical scroll, yeah, you guys can go through this. So when someone scrolls over it, then it starts to move, stuff like that. But interest animation, this can change for you to slide it in right. But I like to keep it simple, so just as me a zoom would do. Then you can do the same thing for, text like this, for example. This it can have also an animation, for example, motion effects. It can also, for example, under the entrance, maybe it can fade in, or it can, I think let's just zoom in, something like that. So you can copy this, yeah, and maybe paste the style, just pasting the style, the text, but the style, yeah. You can do the same here. And when we click update, let it update the changes, and we can refresh this. Okay, so now what happens is that when you're scrolling, this will do, then those will come up, so you can animate all these and all that cool stuff. So we have that ready. We have let's see, we have the shop looking nice. Okay, then we have the FAQ page also looking nice with the accordion. Then we have the about also looking nice, the counters, the testimonial sections, the portfolio is looking nice also. Then the my account is also looking nice. We have a blog section also looking nice for each and every blog. Yeah, so I think that's it for you guys. Before I forget, there's some important WooCommerce settings. For example, if you go to the shop and click on this product, so you can add it to the cart, and once you have added this to the cart, you can go and maybe check out. Yeah, So once you're at the checkout, um, customers can fill in their information right here and everything. Then probably this error is coming because there's no available payment method. Okay, so to configure that, we can come to WooCommerce and we can go to settings. Okay, so under settings, I've made a WooCommerce tutorial very extensive about all these settings. Probably you want to configure the payments. All right, so under payments, you can integrate, payments like the direct bank transfer, the payments. You can also do cash on delivery. Yeah. For example, if you save these changes, then probably what you're gonna have once you refresh this, WooCommerce will detect there's already a cash on delivery method. Yeah. Then probably you may want Stripe or to enable PayPal, and this would require you to interlink the PayPal with the WooCommerce plugin. Yeah. So there is all these settings. Then once you activate PayPal, it's gonna redirect you to your PayPal account. And once you set that up, it's gonna show up as payment gateway right here. Yeah. So right now I don't have PayPal configured on this website, so I'm only accepting cash on delivery. But you guys can opt for any new or payment method that you guys would prefer for a specific business case. So I think that was just about it. I want to thank you for watching and being here throughout all this tutorial. So catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching.